From Long Island, New York, comes MC and performing artist Spoda. Prolific with the pen, Mr. Dopeflow has been carving out his own lane in hip hop with consistent, high caliber releases and raw lyrics. Fresh off the release of his new single Wax On, Wax Off, and his recent projects Expect the Unexpected and Perfect Timing, Spoda continues to build momentum with his unapologetic flow and elevated wordplay. In addition to his impressive discography, he's collaborated with hip hop heavyweights such as Eddie Kane, Rim, Lord Juco, John Jiggs, and many more. Tune in to learn about his journey in music, his new releases, and what he's got coming next at 5:30 p.m. LA, 8:30 p.m. New York. Let's bring him in.
Peace, peace,
Peace, my brother. Peace. Salute.
peace.
Yo, it's an honor to have you on. You're so prolific. I know that by
I
doing
appreciate
this
you.
interview, you're taking time from a song.
Nah, I
You be like, the interview or a song?
appreciate Now, first and foremost, I appreciate you, man, because you followed me and then I followed you back and then I looked up what you had going on. Like, I'm grateful that you reached out. Like, yeah, I'm very humble and appreciative. Like,
Thank you, Spoda.
appreciate
Nah,
that.
man, you're a tremendous talent. And, one thing is your ability to flow and your unique style. The other thing is the work ethic. And it's
Right.
impressive. It truly is, my bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Like, honestly, the reason why, like I said, I got my own home set up as anybody who knows me and follows me can see. You know what I'm saying? So I had it since COVID. I had it 5 years now. I got it in 2020. Well, not probably was the best investment I ever made. You know what I'm saying? So I was always a workhorse when it came to the music, but like it was different because I never had my own home setup ever before. So I would have to pay. I always had a job, so I had to pay whether I got paid weekly, bi-weekly. I would have to rationalize my time with the
Yeah.
music, so I could only go like two, three. You know what I'm saying? If I had a good check where I had extra money, go for like a 4 block hour, but that would have to be maybe once, twice a month. You know what I'm saying? So now that I got the home set up, over, over,
Yeah, yeah.
super over.
And now you've been grinding, and it kind of shows in your discography because in 2020 it just explodes.
And that's when I came into the to this underground realm. I was always rapping on the local Long Island scene, you know what I'm saying, as a local artist, but then I got introduced to this underground realm in like the end of 2019 going into 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. That's so interesting. Can you break that down a little bit? Like, because you're talking about how locally on Long Island you were in the scene, and then when
Right.
you started recording, that opened up literally the world to you
Yeah.
because you're collaborating with producers all over the world.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how now I didn't even think about that now. To me, you having this conversation, like the timing that like basically when I came into this is like pretty much, so I think I put out a few like Lucy singles in like the end of 2019, like you know what I'm saying. I did one with the standouts, and then I had one Wavy to God. Those are like my first two Lucy's, and then that's what transitioned into Full Court Press, fully produced by Wavy to God, which is my introduction to the underground scene. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, and then after I put that out, it was just smooth. It was just off to the races from there. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't do it to be in competition, like to be like, oh, I'm trying to put out more projects. Nah, like that's just the workhorse for me. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who really know me and my work ethic, they know like, nah, this is really how he is. Like I just I just love music. I just love to work on music. I don't have no type of thick thought of any competition. I'm if anything, I'm my own competition. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't look at it like, oh, I'm in competition with dudes and I gotta do this and I gotta put. I just put out, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, being that it's so consistent, now it's starting to spread like wildfire to my music peers to where they give me my props, my respect for that. Like, nah, like, bro, like you really a workhorse for real. Like every time I turn around, you dropping something, or you want an interview, or you know what I'm saying, you want a single, somebody else is a feature, like just things like that. So yeah, it was just it motivates me more knowing that my work ethic motivates
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really like people
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The sound cut out a little bit. Can you hear me clearly?
So I'll be grateful for that. I'll be always forever grateful for that.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So you just dropped the single, Wax On, Wax Off. Talk to us about the Mr. Miyagi joint, because that joint had me rolling too. You got Mr. Miyagi on there. I was like, all
Shout out to
right.
Abdul Salame. I forget where he's from, but he's from another country. Obviously, you can tell by the name. That was just actually something that, like, of course, I still have the year lined up with projects and things, but I was on, like, every year since I've been in the underground, I've been consistently dropping like at least two, three, four projects. You know what I'm saying? A year,
Yeah.
like, but as like I want to say around like 2023 is when I was just like I was just dropping
That
projects and
was
looses.
like
Like
a
I'm just,
sixth
you know what I'm
project
saying, just
year.
letting everything fly. So I say I have to say, like, in the midst of me working on everything I'm working on now, uh, a dude had hit me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, how much you charge? Whatever, whatever." And shout out to him because you know what I'm saying that
Yeah.
people actually respect the art enough to you know what I'm saying compensate you for it. And I was like, send me a few beats and I'll pick one. Bro,
Yeah.
he sent me the email. I probably hit him back on IG like probably like not even an hour later, like, yo, I want this beat, which is that beat.
Yeah.
And then that was it. But it's crazy because I didn't write the hook till after I wrote the verses. You know what I mean? You know me.
Oh.
I write my sometimes a lot of times I write my verses, then I do the hook. Unless the beat automatically thinks of a hook, make me think of a hook. I'll write my first verse at least, and then the hook. Or sometimes I'll just write both verses, and then I'll be like, all right, let me think of a hook. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I actually got way better on my hooks when I was younger, starting out. I couldn't really like. I was so like I'm so lyrical of a rapper back then, and it's like teenage years when I would make songs, you couldn't really differentiate the hook because it would sound so lyrical. I didn't know as I got older, my mates told me like, yo, it don't gotta be lyrical. Just make
Yeah.
it something simple and catchy. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
people could feel or relate to or something that could so
Yeah.
that's my hook game got a million times better. So I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know why I don't know. I just started something like, yeah, they know my body. I kick it like karate. And I just had that right there, that half a bar. So then I'm like, I keep playing the beat back after I had the two versions. And I'm like, what am I going to say after karate? Like, because I already said karate. So I got to make something make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, they know my body. I kick it like the rap Mr. Miyagi. And then
Yeah.
this is where the simpleness of the hook, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax on, wax. It's like that's something they covered that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, go right there. And then I threw the hook in, and then I'm like, you know what? I was just waiting on the cover art. Shout out my brother True Heads Live, who's done majority of my cover art. Holla at
Let's
him, you
go.
know what I mean? And he said I had the idea because I was like, all right, I said Mr. Miyagi, I said wax on, wax off. So I'm like, what can I do? Like cover art. So I was like, let me go online and look up a picture of a
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
At first, I was gonna try to find a picture of him doing the
Yeah.
stance
Right.
and
Right.
have my
The
face,
famous joint.
but I didn't think of it. So when I first typed in Karate Kid, numerous pictures of him and Mr. Miyagi came up, and that one came up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use this. Then I hit True Heads Up. I'm like, yo, True, we're gonna do this. Keep Mr. Miyagi and put my face on the kid. At first, I thought about it after, like a day after. I'm like, damn, I should have told him to put my face on Mr. Miyagi. But I'm like, nah, I still work out. Like, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So, because I basically did it too. Like, I'm a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it could integrate like that also. You know what I'm saying? Like me being Daniel and Mr. Miyagi. So yeah, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm about to throw this out there. I know I just dropped the project, but I'm ready. I'm about to. I'm locking and loading up to start. About to start letting the missiles fly. I'm about to. Well, I'm wise, but I'm about to start letting them fly, man. Singles
Yeah.
included. Like that's. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to turn up.
Yeah. That. So many gems you dropped and explaining that to us. One of the things is that people that are real bar heavy spitters like yourself, a lot of
Right.
times the hook is hard to distinguish
Yes.
because they want to give them the bars and the hook too, right?
Yes.
And
Exactly.
as you gain experience and a catalog, you come up with those hooks that it's different,
Right.
right? You can create a melody, or you can
Yes.
simplify it. You don't gotta hit them with the bars all through the hook.
Exactly. And once I started learning it, then I started grasping. Once I finally grasped it 100%, I'm like, I got it now. Like I got it. And sometimes if the beat is so crazy and it sounds like I could make like some ill type of hook. I'll make the hook first and then build the verses around it. But yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
You talked about the project you just released, Expect the Unexpected.
Shout out
Is a banger,
Addict Stein.
right? Yeah. Talk to us about that joint, Addict Stein. How did y'all connect and all of that?
Um, yo, you know what's so crazy, bro? I think I only told one other person this. Like, I met Addict Stein probably like I would say like 2022. Cause believe it or not, me and him, we already had this. I think I recorded one more song like recently. We had this project done in 2022, 2023. Like it was done.
Wow.
But what happened was, like, this how far ahead I am or was at that time. But now it's even crazier. But yeah, we did this in like 20. Because even when I went and looked back at some of the emails, it was 2022. So like end of 2022, top of 2023, like into mid 2023. So we had that done in like a good like 7, 8 month span. But what happened was, and this is another crazy story. I want to say April 1st, ironically April Fool's Day, April 1st, 2023. Mind you, I had my studio set up since 2022. Whole shit crashed. Everything, it crashed. I lost everything. Like, this was from when I first had my setup up to now. Everybody tell me, like, yo, even my cousin Valerie, shout out to Valerie, he's like, yo, get an external
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
drive,
You
back
gotta
everything
back
up.
it up.
Right. And me being so tunnel visioned and like hard head at the same time, I'm like, ah, yeah, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. But I'm still working. I'm still working. I'm still putting in mad music in the laptop, putting in mad music, putting in mad music. One day I think I'm about to go record something. And I open up the laptop and I log into my Studio One, blank, nothing there. Mind you, this is April Fool. This is April 1st, like
Right.
2023. So it's
And they be playing pranks on the
right.
internet.
So I'm looking, I'm like, I cut it off, I cut it back on. I'm looking, I'm like, I know I didn't lose everything. Mind you, at this time, I probably had like 150 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no lie. So, like, bro, I was working. Once I got this set up, the pandemic, it was over. Like, nobody, I couldn't go to work. So I invested. I was on unemployment. I invested because I had money saved up. And I'm like, I'm about to just get crazy. Now it's about to just get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I'm looking, everything gone. Bro, I start crying. What am I
Yeah.
fault? I start crying. I'm like, yo, what the? I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, yo, this can't be for real, bro. I'm sick now. I'm sick to my stomach. I go on Facebook. I'm like, yo, and I say this before I post it. I'm like, yo, in parentheses, this is not an April Fool's joke. I say, yo, I just lost all my music. Like, I'm sick right now. Like, I'm crying. Like, I put that on Facebook. You know, people coming in like, yo, supposed to stop playing. You always playing around there. But they thought, now it's funny. I always laugh at it now, but it's so wild because they really thought I was
Yeah, they
like
thought you
trying
was
to use the reverse
pranking them.
psychology Jedi trick to really. He's gonna sound like it's really sad, but he's really still trying to. They don't even know. Like I'm really in the crib crying, like yo, I just lost all my music, right? So now I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do. I'm like, man. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm good on this music. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't even want nothing to do. I'm good.
Yeah.
I quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I heard.
I'm good. Like, I was tight. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Boom. I'm chilling. Now, I don't even work on music for like 2 weeks now. Like, I'm just like, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? People was in my ear. A lot of them, I'm not even answering the messages. I'm like, I don't even talk about no music right now. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, damn. So, I'm talking to my man. Shout out Top Ferris. And he had hit me on the text. He like, yo, bro, I know how you feel, like, cause I done had this happen to me like 2 or 3 different times. But he like, yo, let me ask you a question. I'm like, what's good, bro? He like, yo, you still got the memo, your rhymes, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you still got all the beats? I'm like, for the most part, most of them is all of my. He's like, so you good? He's like, I can see if you lost if you lost your notebook, the beats, then I could see why you just be like, yo, all right, whatever. Like, but
Yeah.
he was like, bro, just get back to business, but make sure you back it up this time. You know what I'm saying? Man, I re-recorded all in 150 and more than that, and got back up to like
Yo, so
300.
you actually had to re-record all those songs.
Yeah, but I say that to say about the Addict Sign project, I had already sent him the project. You know what I'm saying? I think we got 12 joints. We had 11. I did one more. No. It was done. I didn't do nothing new for that. I didn't do nothing new for that. I'm lying. I didn't do nothing new for that. That was already done. But I had already sent him the stems and everything back then before my laptop crashed. So he had already had everything before that day, April 1st, when everything crashed. He had already had everything. So I didn't speak to him for like a minute because he was going through his personal stuff. So he wasn't even online for a minute. Then probably like 2024, I just hit him to check on him. Because if I have a genuine relationship with you, it's not always about music, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I hit him up, I'm like, yo, bro, you good? Like, because I know you was in a dark place, whatever. Like, I'm trying to get back for you, but so I'm like, all right, so I got you. Boom, this is what we going to do. Let's drop that joint we supposed to drop. Let's drop that. He's like, all right, bet. So he did what he had to do. He tweaked it, mixed it, mastered it. And then I'm like, what am I gonna call this? Because I didn't even announce. I think I made one post and I wound up deleting it on my Facebook. I was like, Spoda, Addict Sign, Untitled coming soon. And then I'm like, what am I gonna call it? Because I ain't gonna front. I'm not the best with titles. I'm not the best with titles. Like I gotta really fit in. But I'm like, what can I call it? I'm like, out of nowhere. First I was gonna call it out of nowhere. But I think I heard a few people use that before. So I'm like, expect the unexpected. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do for the cover? I'm just thinking. I was gonna use Randy Orton for because of the RKO move, but I'm like, nah, I seen somebody use that with a different title. So I'm like, DDP, because I'm a wrestling fan
Yeah.
too. I'm like, DDP. So I'm like, let me find a picture of DDP. I'm looking through mad pictures on DDP. Find that picture. I'm like, yo, True, I need you to connect this for me. He sent it back. Cover was done. I had already had the project sitting like the zip file from Truehead probably like a few days before that. I was just waiting on the cover art so I could upload it. Got the cover art, threw that thing up there, and it was getting crazy review. Like even Addict was hitting me surprised, like yo, bro, like yo, we did our thing with this. Like I'm like, yeah, we, not just me,
Yeah.
because you made the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like we made this. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
yeah, man.
dope. Now it's a really, really dope project. And the whole story that you share with us about, the loss of that music and then you re-recording it, as an artist artistically, when you recorded it the first time, when you re-recorded it because of the issue in the studio, do you feel that those songs changed in any way? Did they come out better because you're doing them a
Yeah,
second time?
it's crazy you said that because a majority of them, yeah, majority of them, I could say they came out better. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it, but now it's like I know it, and like it's like I got a personal vendetta against myself. It's like I know I'm on get back mode. So now I got everything I re-record. Now I got to. Now I'm already feeling the weight. So now I'm putting my emotion into it. And I'm saying and making it more sound more hands-on live. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely could say that re-record. You know what I'm saying? I guess it was a gift and a curse because that was a good thing too. Because I might have not liked how the mixes came back when I got them, but that would have only been because of how I recorded them originally. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
to a certain extent. So it's like I'm like, all right. Now that you said that, yeah, definitely was better that I re-recorded majority of it though.
Yeah. Now that's super interesting. There's another joint you got with a really dope producer from Nigeria, Queen of the Nigerian,
Yeah, shout out my
right?
boy Queen.
Yeah, that brother's dope too.
He's
Nigerian
super
High
dope.
Life.
Yeah, he's super dope, and it's crazy because we just, I think, probably like, well, all the beats I had all those beats from him. Like, this is another thing. Me and him started cooking it. Like with me and him, he had caught me at a time where I'm never not busy, but he had caught me at a time where it was crazy. Like I was having mad things lined up to put out, and I was getting compensated a few verses around that time. So they come
Yeah,
priority. So
you
he
gotta
had
get
sent me
that
some.
quick turnaround,
Right,
get that
right.
repeat business.
Yes. So he had sent me some beats through my email because because I forgot I got my Mr. Dopeflow beats at gmail.com on there as my contact. So I'll be forgetting that like a lot of these producers, especially from different countries, they hit me on there because that's my contact email. I don't really check that email like that, let alone for notifications. So that's how with Sadu, with the Wax On Wax Off, that producer and him, they both I met them through there, but he was sending me beats for like probably like a good 3 years maybe. I want to say like 2.5 3 years maybe. And a lot of those beats I had because what I do whenever the producers send me packs, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna get right back to you. I always send them a list of the beats that I know I'm gonna use because things
Yeah.
happen. They might had already gave it to Soda or gave it to somebody ready to, anything or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I always give a list. So I had gave them a list of them beats. Actually had more. I was gonna do an LP with them, but I was just like, nah, I need something to start the year off. I need a project like to start off. I was like, okay, if it gotta be an EP, it's gonna be an EP. So I was like, yo, I already had like two, I already had three joints recorded in my laptop from like over a span of 2 years ago. Like they would sit like I said, I I slow cook with a lot of things. Like with me, the reason why I got so much done with a lot of producers that either I'm working on or didn't come out yet because I can't sit there and just work on one person beat. Like
Yeah.
it it takes too much for me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'll start writing it to whoever beats, three whoever beats. I'm like, all right, you give me a package fire, but it's like I need a different sound. So now I get a wavy to God pack. Now I hear like two or three from him. I write automatic. But a lot of these after I do them, they go in the laptop. But I make sure once it's time for me to start touring these projects and getting the music, I have a lot of music and singles and a bunch of singles that I have from them already. Like so, you know what I'm saying? It'd be making it easier for me. Or sometimes I'll be wanting to write and record new stuff. So with Quino, I was just like, yo, bro. I hit him in December. I'm like, yo, let's start off the year um with me and your project. I'm like, we gonna put an EP out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, bet. And, he was excited. Like he was excited. I like that too. Like producers, like they be excited to work with me or for me to put out
Yeah.
stuff out to the masses. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I put it out there, and they was loving it. They was loving it. They was loving it. And I was like, not surprised. I'm like, for an EP, like it was getting rave, crazy reviews. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, all right, I feel like this is gonna be a good year. And start off with a nice little EP real quick. And yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a special producer. I like his sound. I like that
Yeah.
whole Nigerian vibe. He does a lot of Nigerian
Yes,
samples too from
yes,
their music, but from like the 70s, like
yeah.
like Nigerian soul, Nigerian disco. It's kind
Yeah,
of
because a
cool.
lot of other beats that I didn't use from him got some crazy Nigerian soul, like, and it's like some of them I didn't get to use because the bass it was too much bass, so he had to tweak it. But some of them he didn't get to do because he got regular things going on too and all that. So I was
Yeah.
just like, all right, I'm gonna use what I got, but I know now next time, like certain beats, I'm gonna tell him like, yo, tweak the bass ahead of time so I know like, cause there was a few beats that I was gonna use. I was like, woo, but I'm like, all right, we gonna do this EP and I'm gonna link back with him, of course. We gonna send back again, but yeah,
You got the joint with Mickey Knox. I love that
yeah.
project with
Shout out Mickey
Mickey
Knox,
Knox, yo.
man.
That
That
project.
another thing too. It's a stick up EP. We was originally gonna put a whole LP out, but we was like halfway done, or we was like three, four songs in, and he like, yo, I was like, yeah, let's do a full joint. Cool. He like, all right, bet. So we had wound up doing like four or five already. He had told me he's like, yo, I could get you two verses, the copyright verse and nature. So I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, bet.
that
I was
joint's
like,
go hard
hell
too.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, nature. I grew up when that was one of my favorite rappers back when I was coming up in the DJ Clue era and all that when he was at 9. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. So that gave me more motivation. I knocked that EP out in probably like 2 weeks. Like between me working on everything else, like I cooked that up quick. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, bro, let's just do an EP and then we do like a part two. I was like, all right, because we gonna do a full length, but we seen how both of us had motion going on at that time. We was like, yo, let's put it out now. Like I'm saying, while it's the right time. And we put that out there, and that was getting crazy rave reviews too for an EP. I'm like, yeah, yeah. That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite projects
Yeah.
that I
And you
worked
got
on.
so many projects and your voice and your style, everything's so consistent and dope. But
Right,
then listening to you work with different producers is a lot of fun.
right.
And I think that Mickey Knox joint's a special one.
Yes, definitely. I feel like that too, like, cause all of the beats wasn't like it was different variations of
I
beats
like
on
those
that.
sounds. He
Yeah,
got cool sounds.
yeah. So it brought out like different flows and cadences. You know what I'm saying? And me, so yeah. That was a fun one to work on the right to. I ain't gonna front, cause he definitely like he gave me different type of vibes, and I was like, I bet I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna do what I do.
With that Mickey Knox So you hinted at a potential part two, but I'm excited to learn about, anything that you're willing to share. Cause I know you cook it. I know you got that external hard drive now full.
Bro, all right, so 'cause I got my notebook here, I'm very like prepared with things. I'm gonna read off my list of who I got that I'm working on with or been working on. All right, so we got Addict Stein. I'm working on some. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna, fuck it, it don't matter. We can curse on here. I
Hey,
was
yeah,
gonna make
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
All right, fuck it. We had Addict Stein, K Slugger, Damn Dave, Scumbag Diggs, Lord Josiah, Streeter G. I got an EP me and I is working on. The world is done. Fully produced by Dozy, aka Dozy the Drum Dealer. I got the Lucy Smoke Pops full installment I'm working on with his all industry beat. True Cypher, BP, me and Free Minds on spending game with Soul Food for Thought Part 2, me and Ghost Dave, me and Boom Baptism, and me and SPG Dan. That's what I got right here, like that I have written down. But I'm pretty sure I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing. But this is over, of course. Like, mind you, though, this is over a course of like the last few years. Like some of these producers, these are projects that have been sitting already. You know what I'm saying? For like
Yeah.
2, 3 years, like they've been sitting. You know what I'm saying? Some of mine, I might just gotta tweak up, add a few. Get that together. Or
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, bro. That's an incredible list. What a body of work. That is so. How many projects do you think you're gonna be doing? Because we got summer coming, fall,
I'm about
right?
to
What
turn up.
What are you thinking about
I'm about
doing?
to turn up. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to turn up. I feel like by the end of the year, what I got out two right now, bro. I don't know. I'm trying to go for double digits before the end of the year. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I could do it. I could do it. We win. May.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7 months. And because like I said, I got an EP I'm about to drop with I ate. That's about to be something that can come out while I already dropped something from like so that's boom. Then me and my cousin, Valley Gang Gunsmoke, shout out to him. We about to like we ain't even promoted yet, but it's done. It's sitting, cover art done, everything track listing. It's just me and him, 6 joint. It's called Good Dope Sells Itself. That's an EP with me and him. We got like I think 3 joints with us together or 4 joints with us together, and one of us was solo. So that's a piece for his catalog and
yeah,
mine. You know what I'm saying? So all of
yeah.
these is projects that's important. But like, yeah, those 2 EPs is definitely coming out. So you could count that as 4 right there. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else I'm about to drop, yeah, I could definitely do at least 10 before the end of the year. If I want, you know what I'm saying? But I'm it depends. Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And my main concern though, my main focus is turning the content up. You know what I'm saying? The visuals. Like that's my main the music is there, you know what I'm saying? That's the easy part. I got it there. It just gotta get sent, mixed and mastered. But other than that, I just gotta get visuals.
Yeah.
I just gotta get
Yeah,
visuals. That's
talk
it.
to us about that because you got some dope visuals
Nah,
out
yeah, I
already,
do.
you know?
I stepped it up the last couple of years since I've been in the underground realm, but like even like in a local team, and I've always been putting out mad music and bodies of work. But my last, especially when I was younger, I didn't really know no better. You know, back then it was different. Like we wasn't thinking about shooting music videos and shit like that.
Yeah, you
But
just want to spit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, and get it out to the people and shit. But yeah, like once I got in the underground, I think I really started shooting videos and started like I think like 2020, 2021, 2022. Then I was featured in a few videos as like a feature, so that counts as visuals too. And then just any content now that I can get. But I've lately like my last 2 years, like I've been like getting a lot of like, especially like the last couple months, like halfway through last year up until now. I've been getting a lot of interviews and everything. So that's all content, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like it's all content I can put to the people. So that's good. But as far as like me, I want to get more of the music visuals done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get more music. And that's nothing. Cause like my man Bob always says, he's like, bro, you got the music. You can pick and choose any. You got a gazillion songs. You could pick and then choose any song from any project you want and just make a video. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the music. Like you got
Yeah,
that on lock. Like you can just make it whatever. It could be something that you've been put out, something that you got out, or something that's exclusive. When you want to drop the thing, you want to drop the video. He's like, that's it. And I ain't think about it like that. I'm damn to do that, man. I could really pick and choose any song, you know what I'm saying, make a video. So, but yeah, I'm about to start shooting some more videos, you know what I'm saying, some different projects that's current and last year, like just some joints that I know people like that I never had a visual for. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, oftentimes, artists, they've got a project they're working on. They want to release the project and they shoot the visual for the project and they do a rollout. That's like the
Right.
traditional
I'm
way.
noticing
But you got a
now.
body of work. You could take anything you want.
Yeah, right. I'm starting to notice that's the rollout now in the underground scene. Like you said, when dudes know they about to drop, they'll have a rollout of it. They have the visual, you know what I'm saying? Or if not, they'll shoot the visual a day after for something like it'll be right there. But a lot of them have it already in the tuck, and so once they drop, which makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And I started learning that, so you know what I'm saying. I'm still always a student of the game also, and then like I
Yeah,
said, the underground room. Now I'm accustomed to know that now. But like when I first got in this, I ain't know. I'm just like. I'm here to rap. I heard this is where the rappers is at, this is where the spitters is at. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Long Island dude. I'm in here. Y'all rapping over here, I heard. My man Bug Rock. Tell him my brother Bug Rock. He told me y'all rapping over here. He introduced me to this thing and told me, he threw me in the jungle. Like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because he hit me like, I know. He's like, I got a little lane that you can get in and you can make money off it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you get busy and you a workhorse.
yeah.
Like, he introduced me to this and it been
Yeah,
that
been
ever.
doing it. Yeah, that's dope. You talked to us a little bit about how you'll have different packs and you'll work on one song, then jump into like another pack and how you build bodies of
Yeah.
work. Can you take us, deeper into your creative process? What it's like, how you actually create? You got the home studio. Talk to us about, how you get inspired, what motivates you. Take us on that journey.
Truthfully, I boom, I get a pack. I hear something that's fire. Like I go through the whole pack. Like sometimes I might hear the first one or two beats, and I'll be like, I'll get to the other ones, and that one will catch me. So cut on the laptop, turn the beat on, just roll up, chilling. If the like I said, the beat's quick. Like with me, all I need to do is just figure out how I'm about to. It's like double dutch when you doing the first bar. And I'm saying like even first half of bar. How I'm gonna come in, not only that, where I'm gonna come in and like what I'm gonna do. Like, am I gonna come off a different way that leads me to a different flow and cadence? Or so once I think like of the first bar, of course I try to make it. A lot of times I don't even like a lot of dudes try to think hard before they try to write their first line. Like I don't do that. Like, cause I rap, so it's like I don't, you know what I'm saying. But I try to make sure it's something that sometimes it depends on my mood. It might be catchy, or I might just come in with the first bar to lead me in, and then from the second bar on, I just start getting crazy. But
Yeah.
I listen to the beat. I'll be smoking. I'll be sipping. I'll be writing. And like I said, sometimes I'll write the hook first. Like if I think like if I hear like the beat and it's fire, and I hear like what a breakdown of the beat is, and I hear like a little melody, and the beat is fire, like there's like some fire background and horns and trumpets or something. I'll be like, I I automatically start like mumbling something. It don't even be a hook in it, and it just be like, all right, I could, cause I see where the background instruments is, where I could, you know what I'm saying, finesse it. And that's also why a lot of hooks sometimes I started working on like the harmonize, like you know what I'm saying. And somebody brought that up to me before also. Like I noticed you've been, cause I'm trying to change up, not always having to rap the hook. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'll write the first verse, and I'll be like, all right, good. By the by the time with me, by the time I'm into like 4 to 6 bars, sometimes it might just flow current fluently, and I might just keep writing. Sometimes I just keep reciting recite them 4 or 5. Once I catch the 6th bar, because I'm gonna make sure where I stop the 6th bar that comes in, or the 5th bar that comes in after the fourth or fifth, however it goes, I'm gonna make sure that it flows in crazy. Or with me, my style, if you notice, people tell me my shit is unorthodox. So my shit might start rhyming the first 2, 3 bars, then the third and a half, fourth bar, I'll say something totally different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that might not even rhyme, but then I'll transition that into that
Right.
shit off, but it's still on because now it start rhyming with the, you know what I'm saying? It start rhyming with the fourth, fifth bar because, like I said, once I keep repeating it, I'm remembering that, but I'm also thinking in my head like I'm about to say some fire after I have to pick up where I left off, but now that's where I turn it up a few notches with the flow, and that's why I start going 4 bars in a row, rapping the same syllable type shit with different shit, but it's all making sense. And then I just throw you for a loop. Like I get that, but like I get that a lot. I used to always get that a lot. Like that's like Prodigy. I get that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's like Freeway. We got that unorthodox style. It's like shout out my man Menza. He told me like, yo, you gotta flow like when everybody's flowing right, you flow left. Like,
Mhm.
but he's like you flow left, but you still flowing right. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know exactly what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean when you said that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've never did that intentionally. Like, I don't know. Like that's just was my style. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing that I just started doing. Like, I was doing that when I was younger too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, that's what catches a lot of people off guard because they be like, oh, they'll be thinking they know what I'm about to say for the third ball. Then the fourth ball, I say something that's totally different, but still integrates with what I'm saying with the first three, four
Yeah.
syllables, and then I just start saying a whole nother flow with different syllables that rhyme with that the bar that threw you up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he be like, yeah, yeah, what you got a left flow, like, but it's right, like it's crazy, like this shit is crazy, like you know what I'm saying. But I had a lot of people tell me that. So all right, so now once I turn it up and I finish the first verse, now I'm already in the zone now. Now I'm like, cause now I done finished the last 8 bars with no problem. Cause now my shit is just flowing. I'm thinking of shit now. And when I write, I don't sit down. I be I stand up. I don't sit down. You know what I'm saying? Cause I be high and shit anyway. So I'll be up like I'll be up when I'm writing. I'll be playing a beat, but I'm up. I'm walking around in my study, or I walk to the room, watch the game, but the beat is still black, and I'm just up, active. You know what I'm saying? So the juices start flowing. Once I finish the first verse, it's like, all right, now let's get into the second verse. But we about to cook the second verse, cause
Yeah.
like a lot of times, sometimes I'll be like, I cooked my first verse in the second verse. But then sometimes my first verse be so crazy, I'll be like, all right, nah, like, I gotta top that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I came off not only tilted, but the flow was different. Where things like, yo, nah, you was in a different pocket there. I'll be like, now I gotta top that on the second verse. So the second verse, usually the second verse usually comes way quicker than the first verse. So you know, the first verse is really about building it because I want to make sure I come in the first bar to the right way and then build it off of that. But once the juices start flowing and the 16 or the 24 or 36 is done, I'm already ready for the second verse now. Now it's just like, all right, how am I about to come up for the first bar? Like, am I gonna come in on some like melodic, like Spoda? I'm just gonna come in like, I'm saying straight punch line off the rip. Like, but once I get that, it's just like the second 16 done, and I'll be like, all right. Then I just listen to the whole song. Obviously, the hook is not done. It'll play through the hook part. I just keep playing the song back. And then I'll just be going on for like what I'm talking about, or you know what I'm saying, whatever direction I was in, or whatever. And then I sometimes I'll just use a word or two that I might have said in the song,
Yeah.
and then just use that in the hook. You feel what I'm saying? And then build it around the hook, type shit like that. Or sometimes I'll be like, all right, this the verses is fire, the beat is fire. Let me write some shit. And that's a lot of times when I think of something melodic, because I want to be on some like on some 50, you know what I'm saying? Like some, because you can still flip it crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? And every time I've done it like that, people be like, oh nah, that one was great, like that hook was crazy, like. Or sometimes I'll just be on my bullshit and I just want to rap it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't make it sound like we was talking about earlier in the show. I don't want to make it sound mad lyrical like the hook, so I make sure it's simple, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, right.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you so much. You really took us deep
Right.
into the creation of a song. That's really dope. And when you're actually putting the song together, are you recording it as you go? Do you write the whole thing first, go through the
Um,
first verse?
it's crazy you brought that up. A lot of times I'll write and then record right then. Like if I
Yeah.
finish the song, like 8 times out of 10, some days I'll be like, I got it written. I'll record that shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But 8.5 times out of 10, I'm gonna write it and then record it right there because I'm in rapper mode now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't wrote this shit. Oh, you gotta lay this shit down. That's fire. Like I don't want to wait till tomorrow. 'Cause I might not have the same energy anymore. You know what I'm saying? I recorded, but now I'm already saucy. I'm right. I'm in the zone. I'm ready now. All right, let me lay this down right now while I'm in my Spoda zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do it right then and there. And I'm like, all right. But I ain't gonna front. I like sometimes not working on the hook first because then that challenges me to write. a fire hook because I know the
Yeah.
bars is gonna be fire, but I want to write something that's fire and catchy. So I'll be like, all right, now that's the part now where I put the verses on mute and just let the beat play so I could just think of something and then boom, go record the hook. But yeah, sometimes I it's crazy you brought that up because like I ain't gonna front as of late. The last couple weeks I've been like writing a verse and I'll record it. Like I'll write a verse and then record it, or like a verse and a hook and record it, or the hook and then the first. Like I've been doing that a lot the last few weeks too. Just like out of random, but it's crazy you said that. Like, but I've done that before too. But majority of the time, like I said, once I'm already writing, I'm like, nah, you can't cook this. I gotta record it right now. Like I already got the energy. Like I'm ready. Like Atlas is ready. Like all that. Like let's get it. I might as well. Like and that's the event. Like I got it right now. Why not do it? Like yeah, you can do it tomorrow because you got it. But I ain't never. Man, I ain't never had this. I'm taking every chance I want. I can't get and will. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's like yeah, majority of the time I'll record it though.
That's
Right.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you broke down your flow for us. Your flow is mad unique,
Right.
and it's really refreshing. How did the
Right.
name Mr. Dope Flow come about?
I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Dopeflow was just like a alias I made up. My nickname growing up was Spoda, obviously. Uh, and I've always used that as my rap name. When I was young, I don't know. I think when I was young, I just said AKA Mr. Dopeflow, like to myself one day. Cause I always thought I had a dope flow, so I'm like AKA Mr. Dopeflow. Like I made sure I put the AKA, and then that was when I used to go to do local shows. They used to be like Spoda, AKA Mr. Like they used to say the whole name, but then after I got older and all that, I'm like, nah, y'all don't gotta say the AKA Mr.
You
Dopeflow.
don't
But
gotta say
my
the whole
nickname,
thing no more.
yeah. My rap name was always Spoda was my nickname, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was younger, I used to work at a barbershop and sweep for the errand boy and all that. And I was hard headed and naive, and I never did what I was supposed to do. So they be like, "You never do what he's supposed to do." So ever since then, I had that name on my life. I had that name since like seventh grade, eighth grade, all my life. So I just kept that as that was my regular name. So I'm like, and I started rapping. It never really occurred to me like, what can I call myself? Because I already knew everybody was already calling me Spoda. So it's like, what the fuck, like. Imagine my name being Spoda like that. Everybody in this world is coming to know now. And it's like, yeah, his
They're gonna
name's
call you
Spoda,
Spoda
but his
anyway. They're
rap
gonna
name
call
is
you
like,
Spoda.
yeah, but then his rap name is like, whatever, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Dragonfly Jones, the great one, or something like that. But everybody calling him Spoda, so I just stayed with Spoda with the rap name. You know what I'm saying? But it was when I was younger, starting out in the local scene and in my hood, and then putting out music to the local scene when I was able to find out about that piss and all that. Cause that's when I put my first project out on. I just kept it AKA Mr. Dope. Like even on my first cover art photo, it says Spoda, AKA Mr. Dope Flow, the arrival. So, but then I cut that off as I got like mid 20s. I cut it off like, nah, y'all don't gotta say that no more. Just Spoda, you know what I'm saying? So,
You
yeah,
got like a lot of signature things too. Like, how did the Indeed?
bro, that's a funny story. Shout out to Red Cafe, right? So when I was younger, it was a couple songs I used to like from him. You know what I'm saying? Like the song he got with Rick Ross, Faded. That was like one of my favorite songs that he was on. You know what I'm saying? So, but when he first came out, I used to listen to him and shit, and he used to always be like, "What else?" Like that was his. You know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know, like I really don't know. Like this was crazy. When I was younger, I used to just think of little things, like, and I was just like, because like I said, around that time I was listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that what else stood out to me from him. Like, what else? You know what I'm saying? He'd be rapping to that. What else? So one day I was just like, indeed. Like I just said it one day, like not even in the studio or nothing. I just like indeed. Cause I'm like, he's saying what else? I'm like indeed. So back then I ain't really hit puberty like that. So my voice was already like, eh. So but like even as I gained puberty and my voice got deeper, I still was able to. I'm still able to catch that. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I say it at the top of my lungs, so I'm able to get that out. But it's like I was just like indeed, and then I just went to the studio one day and I just said it. But I never really drag. No, I did drag it out. I don't think I say it. I don't think I said it as long as I do now. And maybe not by too much. But I was like indeed like that. Now it's
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. Now it's
Or sometimes do
signature.
that, or I'll do the it's me. Oh, like that's my whole. But like one day I just went to the studio and my man Mulatto, shout out Mulatto, he was playing a beat that I was about to rap to, and I went in there. The beat came on. Indeed. I was like, yo, keep that. And I was just like, I ain't telling the top of the nothing. Like even when we done. Cause I was like, in my head, I'm like, let me try this dumb shit real quick. And I said it, and then ever since then, this is me at like probably like 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm alright. And then I just kept saying it. I didn't even really think nobody was gonna think of it or nothing like that. Like, so I just started saying it, and bro, like you can see, you better copyright that. You better hurry. You better, yeah. Like that's how
Yeah,
everybody know me. You know what I'm saying?
people want that on their song. Whenever they compensate you, right?
Yeah,
Whenever they gay, put the Indeed on that joint.
definitely. And I always make sure I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just kept that, and then it's me spoke, and then I got it's a lot of little things that people notice I do, like those ad libs. Obviously, I do the like it's just like the, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'll do the like a lot of times because my flow, I'll do the like I, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll use that to fill a avoiding gap real quick, or I'll use that as if I say something slick in a bar, use that as the ad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't fucking like I'm saying like it's just a lot of little things that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it'll be sporadically throughout the song. So I think that's what caught a lot of people about me that didn't know me before they started listening to my music. Like dudes that see motherfuckers see me, and before they even say Indeed,
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
yelling
yeah.
out Indeed, like Mr. Indeed, like Mr. Indeed, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be grateful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be grateful for that. Like, but yeah, Indeed, like I said, that what else from Red Cafe kind of influenced it, but I didn't really think it was gonna be nothing that I was gonna do. Like that was gonna be my signature. Like now it's just like if they don't hear it, they like, all right, we know you rap, but like, what's up? Where the Indeed? Like I'm saying, where the Indeed at? You was sick that day or something? Like, you couldn't say it, like,
Yeah.
but
That's dope.
yeah, man,
That's dope. Thank you for the background story, man. You
yeah.
know, in addition to the impressive discography, the single you just dropped, the projects you just dropped, you get
Right.
on the mic, you go perform too. You got a show coming up. Can you talk to us about,
Yeah, I got a
performances or
show.
what you
I
got
put on
coming
my
up?
man Buddy Lofton. It's something that he has called. It's titled Invite Only, but you buy the tickets online. And that one he is like a calm study. Rappers. You have people that sing different things like that. But yeah, I've had a few shows this year. The Rome Street show, that was a dope show that he had. Shout out my bro Rome Street. You know what I'm saying? Baby's Alright. That was a dope show. It was a few shows I did this year. We did a show in Jersey. Um, it was a few shows, bro. Like I used to get cause like especially this year now, I've been doing. I'll say to my, I can say myself, I've been doing a lot for these first couple months. Like I've been doing a lot of moving around and shows and interviews and just. I got out two projects and a single, but I've been consistently on mad features already from other people this year already. So it's like I still make sure I've been in the mix and things like that. But yeah, man, it be sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes it get a little overwhelming for me. Like once a month I take a reset. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I chill. I don't do no music for like 2 weeks. I'll just be regular. Like you know what I'm saying? I still got regular shit on my plate. Like as a human being outside of the
Yeah,
rapping.
life.
Right. So sometimes like the music will be so much like I said, it got to be balanced. So like if I'm going through a lot of shit in real life. Sometimes I still be right, and sometimes I had to get me out of that slump. But if my mind is too deep in the food that's on my personal plate, I start veering away from the music, and I'll be like, all right, that's when I feel like I'm forcing myself to work on songs for projects, and I'm like, I don't have to. Like this right here is not going nowhere. Like, all right, let me close this laptop, let this shit sit for a week or two, and I'm just gonna come home from work, eat, shower, watch regular TV, like just do regular things. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave the music alone for now. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. And then sometimes like in that mix, I might one day I might write and record something like you know what I'm saying something that catch me. I might. But like sometimes I'll be trying to use that to get out my slump and it won't because my mind is just too focused on the personal life where it's like it won't even my mom won't even really flip that switch to the rapper mode to sit and write something. And I'll be like, I don't be wanting to force myself because then it's like I'm gonna add to my writing block. You know what I'm saying? So it's like not even writing block, just from my blockage from the music. So it's like don't try to force it. And then once I get over the reset though, I go for like sometimes I skip the reset. Sometimes I take the reset and I go for like 2 months straight with shit. Like I go for 2 months. Then I take a reset. You know what I'm saying like if it's not once a month, it's like once every other month. I'll take like a week and a half, 2 week reset and just chill. Like, cause I need my brain to not only chill and reset for the music, like, I gotta take care portions of my food on my personal plate. So I gotta have balance, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, and then when I bounce back into the music, now it's like, I might even have more shit to talk about now because I can incorporate shit that I'm going through into my music, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how that be working with the balance of the real life and the music for me per
yeah.
se. But
Now
yeah,
that's a major gem. That's, balance and being creative at the same time.
it
That's
gotta be. You
powerful.
gotta, it's not easy as people think. I'm saying, especially when you're dealing with shit, and not only is like it depends on the shit you're dealing with. So it's like everybody got different things and levels to which people dealing with. You never know if somebody's dealing with something worse than somebody where they might could still function with the music while they're going through things. You know what I'm saying? But also you gotta live life too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take a break real quick and you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So you have more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it don't start
Yeah,
sounding repetitive and the same. So
yeah.
yeah, man.
That's dope, my brother. As we start to
Yeah.
wrap up, you want to give any shout outs and, make sure you plug all your peeps?
Shout out to you first and
Thank you,
foremost
my.
again. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. Shout out to everybody who tapped in on a regular and I like fans I gain on a daily basis. Like I'm just humble. I'm just grateful to like this shit can end at any moment and anything can happen. Like it happened on April 1st, 2023. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the world. Shout out to all the producers. Shout out to the Walkers. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to myself to just keep going and to not only motivate myself, but to motivate others, my peers, you know what I'm saying? Or just strangers who encounter me by my music, like, yo, you get me through shit, or like, yeah, man, I'm a rapper trying to come up. I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, grind like you, or they actually, like, ask me for advice. And that shit like that made me be like, you know what I'm saying? That made me feel good. That's what made me be like, hey, you stopping for what?
Yeah,
Like that's one thing I always tell people. Other than that one time my shit crashed, that was my first experience. I've never quit rap before. I've taken breaks, but we take break. We don't quit. We take breaks. It's a huge difference. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, that was the only one time when my shit crashed that I was really contemplating like, yo, fuck this shit. But once my bro Top Fowler spoke to me like, bro, you still got the beats and the raps. You could recover and just re-record it, but make sure you back it up this time. You got to do it 2 or 3 times. But I make sure I back my shit up once a month,
yeah,
every month. So you know what I'm saying? Now that I know, because I don't never want to go through that again. Like, but if that would have never happened, I don't know. I would have been, I don't know how many. I would have had a few hundred songs. But like, whatever. It was a gift and a curse, but it was also a lesson. Like, you're being hard headed. People were telling you, and you should have known the common sense to back it up. You know what I'm saying? It's technology. You could be recorded and the power go out, and then you turn your laptop back on, and it's not the same. So it's a lot of different probabilities with it. So it's like now I know I'm not even playing with this no more. Like, and I got
yeah,
too many people rooting for me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I got to keep them. But yeah, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Walkers. Shout out to everybody. Shout out my brother Manny, Melly Santana. You know what I'm saying? Spoda 631 on here. Type in whatever you listen to, whatever streaming platforms, YouTube, whatever, SPODA, Spoda, you know what I'm saying? My shit'll pop up everywhere.
yeah,
Shout out to everybody and most importantly, shout out to everybody who's hollered at me to be a feature. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a rapping feature on a rap song or a producer like doing a collab for a feature. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate y'all. Because now it's like ever since the last few years, it's really been a turn up in notches. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like my name is like more of a household name now. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
2025, I could say that. When I first came in 2021, I was still on some shit like none of these dudes know me. So it's like I don't expect overnight, but like anybody who's been following me, which majority of them met me through the underground room team, I've been building my shit piece by piece, brick by brick. So now I'm here. A lot of everybody respect me, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Outside of music, because I'm just a cool, humble dude. I like to keep genuine relationships with people in music. So when I hit them up, it's not always about music. I might hit you up, like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? It don't even got to be about anything with me. That's just how I am. And that's why I've gotten the looks I've gotten for shows and met some of the big underground artists in this realm that I've met, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to everybody, man.
yeah,
Spoda. Hey,
yeah.
shout out Corporal Hardy's Barbershop, aka formerly known One Guy Barbershop, where I got the name Spoda from. Shout out Bay Show in my town.
Yeah. Spud, it's an honor to have you on the Cristopolis show. You have a tremendous discography, my bro, incredibly talented, and you shared with us all the work that's coming in 2025 and in 26.
Yeah.
That list is crazy.
But
You're going to load on them.
don't be surprised if I start working on something with somebody else and it jumps in the midst of this before, yeah, because that's how I'll be. Like I said, once I catch new, but I'm trying not to take so many beats because I'm still working on shit with all these producers to finish up and, you know what I'm saying, start projects. So I don't want to start over congesting myself and sitting on too many. But that's one thing too. One more shout out. Shout out to all the producers who I put shit out with, who been patiently waiting, because there's producers who have waited a year, 2 years before we put across. That's how far ahead I was, bro, in 2020
Yeah.
when I got this. So shout out to all the producers that have that genuine understanding with me, that they be like, nah, so we know you're gonna get it too. We see you doing. They always say, we see you doing everything. We see you doing mad shit. You know we working on mad music, but I always slow cook, so that's why I make sure I bounce around also, so everybody can get accommodated. So nobody feel like I didn't start their project at all, and I didn't have packs for you from like a year now. Like, but shout out to those producers who stay. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. It's an honor to have you on the Cristopolis show, my bro. We'll run it
Uh,
back in the future.
thank you, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Salute.